Okay, so this was about real life. This has nothing to do with TV or YouTube or movies or Game of Thrones or Ryan Johnson. This is about people who make excuses. You may have met a person such as this in your life, since they account for 99.999999% of the population. Okay, so one such person, all he ever says, if he owes you money, he says, when it comes time to pay you back, he says, well, I was going to pay you back, but I didn't get paid on time, right? But this excuse is not limited to money. This excuse extends to every single facet of his life and everything he ever says to anyone, or is about to say, or is in the process of saying. For example, could you put out that cigarette? Well, I'd like to, but I'm studying for a test. It's like a little kid. I was going to do my homework. My dog ate my homework. I was going to clean my room, but then I got a tummy ache. I would have won the race, but my shoe was untied. So like a lot of people, like almost everybody I've ever met, I cut them off, because people don't cut me off, I cut them off. I cut them off, and I wrote to him a text where I said, you know what? Graveyards, entire graveyards should have a big sign on them that says, here lie a bunch of people who were going to do a lot of shit with their life, but then shit happened that fucked it up. So they ended up doing nothing. And I guess on the other end, when these idiots accidentally become successful, they attribute all the success to themselves. They never say, well, I only became successful because I have a rich father, like Trump Sr. or like Drake or Kanye. I only became successful because I got really, really lucky. No, I got successful because I got tons of talent. It's all because of me. I'm just a genius. Another fellow, I paid him to do a job. He didn't do the job. So I call him and I'm like, are you going to do the job? And he starts yelling at me. Oh, I can, and it's not my fault. And I'm really upset about it too, and you don't know how hard it's been for me. At the time, when these people talk like this, it catches you off guard and you actually fall for it and you back down, right? Because, they're yelling in your face, right? But what I like to say to some of them sometimes when I've got the nerve or the time or the patience or the energy, I say, listen, there's an episode of House MD where somebody shot him. Somebody shoots House. It was season 2, the end of season 2, I think. And they're lying in the same hospital room. He's shot, and the other guy, I forget what happened to him. Anyways, the guy that shot House is bitching at him and going, you ruined my life, and you're a complete evil son of a bitch, and, how do you live with yourself? He's saying that to House. And House says to him, here's how life works. You either get to shoot me, or you get to blame me for your life, for ruining your life. Not both. So in the case of dude that didn't do the job that I paid him for, it's like, well, you either get to do the job and bitch about what an asshole I am, or you don't do the job, but you have to keep your mouth shut. But not you can't not do the job and bitch. I paid you so I can bitch. If I didn't pay you and you did the job, I'd have to shut my mouth. Anyways, so he's yelling at me, and this is what I'm going to say next time somebody tries that shit. I'm going to say, you sound very effeminate the way you're crying. Like, you're crying. Why are you crying? Like, I don't hear shouting. I don't hear anger. I hear crying, like a little baby. You sound very effeminate. Because men who yell, the last thing they want is to be called womanly. Because they're usually macho. So yeah, you sound like a bitch the way you're crying. Why are you giving me a song and dance? Are you Beyonce? If you support gays, click like. If you respect blacks, comment. If you think women are people too, click the notification bell. And if you care about sick children, subscribe. Now, I always have to reflect, am I any different though? Right? Because I bitch a lot on YouTube. When I stub my toe, I bitch at the wall. I bitch when I get a tummy ache and I bitch about it. I think the difference lies in human interaction. If I've been incompetent, I don't yell at the person that I've been incompetent towards. Or if somebody's incompetent towards me, I generally don't bitch towards them either. I'll just basically not talk to them again. When my cat annoys me, I won't even yell at her because I don't want to hurt anybody. I guess that's the difference. I'll bitch about, Doomcock because he annoys the shit out of me, and I probably would yell at him if I talked to him, but it would be just for fun, and I would be like, I'm just I'm just trying to tear you a new one, but there's nothing wrong with you, whatever. We're just sparring for the sake of it, but whatever. It wouldn't actually be that personal. Just the same as if I was trying to make fun of Howard Stern to his face, it would just be to see if I could win the little bitch fight. And it's happened in the past where I get all upset, and then I get upset at somebody, and then I find out I was the one that screwed up, and that's really humbling. So you gotta be careful when you want to yell at somebody, because it could very well be that it's your fault. Earlier this week, I had to book a doctor appointment. I immediately get put on hold for 3 minutes. She comes, she goes, "Hi there, can you hold?" I'm like, okay, another 3 minutes. And then finally, I don't know, after 10 minutes, she's, okay, wait, let me see when I can book you. Please hold. Puts me on hold for another 3 minutes. She comes back, okay, how about Monday at 2 p.m.? And I'm like, I think Monday's a holiday. And she's like, oh no, okay, hold on, please. Another 3 minutes, 15 minutes, she comes back, okay, well, how about Tuesday then? And I'm like, okay. And she books me in, she books me in for, Tuesday. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, thanks. And she goes, okay, bye. And I'm like, okay, bye. Almost happy. Because it's the amount of her incompetence and the fact that she never once said sorry, does that make me angry? 10 years ago maybe it would make me angry, but now it's just, I marvel at her incompetence. She must work at a very incompetent place, and it's not really something to get angry about. It would be tiring to get angry. She's tiring, and what a clusterfuck of a life. And there's really nothing to get mad about. It's like getting mad at a dog eating his own shit. It's just really stupid. So, there's no need to bitch at her, and it wouldn't help anything. She's going to continue being incompetent. I yell at her, it'll just make her more incompetent. She'd put me on hold for 20 minutes. Lately, the word of the day for me, I just call them monkeys, because it's if you give a monkey a gun, don't blame the monkey if it goes around shooting everybody. If or you're like a raccoon, don't let them in your house. They'll raid your fridge, your cupboards, and get stuff all over the place. It's not their fault. They're just functionally retarded, and it's your fault if you give them any responsibilities. That's all. Oh, one last example of incompetence which occurred today. I was doing laundry. I live in a building where I have to pay for laundry, and I put $2 in the machine. It doesn't work. There's no sign that says out of order. I write to the landlord. I go, maybe you should put a sign, because I'm just letting you know it's not working, because it's my job to inform him that it's not working, because maybe he doesn't know, and I don't want other people to lose $2 in the machine. And he writes back and he goes, yeah, it's unplugged, and there is a sign I did put up. There is a sign on it that says out of order. So I go back downstairs. There's no sign that says out of order. So I wrote him back. I go, there's no out of order sign. And I didn't mention the plug because I don't see what that has to do with anything. And I go, I'll make one. So I wrote a big sign that just says on it in big black magic marker, out of order sign. And I taped it to the top. Because I don't know, I'm not an expert on signs, but I think they're supposed to be one of the main purposes for them to be seen. So I don't know if we put it under the machine or behind the machine, but I put it right on top of it. And it's you don't even know how to make an out of order sign? So yeah. Incompetence of others is inescapable. Okay, one more on the subject of signs. I went to a place that said it was open once. This is a few months ago. It said it was open till 1:30. And I go there at 1:20. And I go in and he goes, sorry, we're closed. And I go, yeah, but the sign says you're open till 1:30. And he goes, yeah, I know, I made that sign. And you really can't get angry. You have to laugh, right? So you made a sign that you don't even understand. You made the sign and you don't even know how to read it. You can't even follow the rules that you made. And it's not that they're stupid. There's no such thing as smart. Nobody's asking you to create the theory of relativity. Just be competent. Just try to do what you say. That's all that's asked of you. Why can't they do what they say? Because they're lazy. Like I said to one person, you weren't born stupid. It took years of laziness.